Hello, Marietta here, back with another video, and I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm thinking about how it's going to look for the Section 8 program, those that are on Section 8, when 2026 comes in, and they're talking about the budget cuts, and they're talking about there not being enough income to keep these people on Section 8, so they're going to just cut the budget. 2 years, you're out of here. It's time to leave now. It's time for you to get yourself together and start figuring out where you're going to live and how you're going to live now. When you start talking about these budget cuts and their Section 8 is only going to be for the elderly and the severely disabled, then it is time for you as an able-bodied person to start thinking about what you're going to do now. This is going to cause a lot of chaos. We're talking about how the chaos is in the world today, and it's not going to get any better. 2026 is going to be, I really believe, one of the worst times ever. I'm really sitting up here thinking in my mind, this is really going to be really ugly. It's not going to be pretty at all, because, you know, you got some people that have been on Section 8 for a long time, and they have been on there for a long time. They don't know how to live out here in this world by themselves. It's time for you to start thinking about where you're going to go. It's time for you to start thinking about how you're going to make it out here in this real world. The cost of living is too expensive for you to be out here on your own by yourself and not being able to pay that rent when you've been living in low income housing and you don't have enough income. So right now there's a preparation that needs to be done, and it needs to be done now, and it needs to be done in the minds of the people that are actually living on Section 8 before they come knock on your door and saying it's time for you to leave, or you get a notice in the mail saying that you got to vacate the premises in so many days and so many months after this 2-year period is up. This 2-year period, a lot of people think that's a lot of time. And just think about it. If you've been there already 5 years, 10 years, 6 years, and you ain't got yourself together, 2 years is going to come like the blink of an eye. 2 years, it really ain't going to make that much difference if you don't really start working towards it and get your mindset changed and start thinking differently right now. It's time to leave now. It's time to prepare yourself to be able to get on out there and be able to make it. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking in my mind that there's going to be a lot of homeless people out here in this world, a lot of homeless children, a lot of homeless families that are going to be out here with nowhere to go. The Section 8 budget cuts are coming. They're coming. Evictions are coming. It's coming. I mean, somebody got to sit there and sound the alarm and let you know to wake up, shake you up out of your slumber so that you can get your mind together and start thinking about these things right now before 2026 hits. For 2026 hits, because this is really going to be something that's going to be major. It's going to be a major thing that's going to happen when you look up and you see all these folks out here in the street with nowhere to go. You see all these folks out here with no job, no money, no resources. I mean, when you start doing budget cuts this deep, that it starts to affect people's livelihood, and it starts affecting the way they live, their jobs being cut, jobs not hiring. I mean, you see so many places out here that got hiring now signs, but yet and still you go to them, they're not even hiring. They just got the job out there to keep the applications rotating, but they're not actually really hiring. And then you got so many people that are laying off, and then the jobs are not paying enough for you to go rent a place. You got to really start putting your life together now. If you're living in the Section 8 housing and you know that you may be one of the ones that may have to leave your unit to go figure out how you're going to make it, it's time for you to leave now. Put it in your mind to start getting yourself together. Start thinking about how you're going to move. You only got 2 years. Don't just sit there and wait till the last minute and then all of a sudden you'll feel like you're being caught off guard, because nobody's going to be caught off guard in this, because everybody knows that this is getting ready to happen. It's not nothing that's being hidden. They're talking about it now. They're talking about the Section 8 housing is only going to be for the elderly and the disabled. I mean, it's really going to be a mess. Able-bodied folks going to have to start getting up and moving and start fending for yourself and start figuring out how you're going to take care of yourself, how you're going to feed yourself, figuring out how you can work with somebody now. It's time to leave now. It's no need to wait until the last minute and then you stuck out there, don't know which way to go. And then you run into what agency. The agencies are not going to be able to help you, because the budget cuts are coming. The eviction notices are coming. I mean, and I can see them coming in record numbers, because there are so many people on the Section 8 program today till it's just, I mean, what else can people do? What else can people do when it comes to paying these high rents now, and with the price of mortgage, they can't get a mortgage now because it's too high. The price of buying a home is high. Price of renting anything is high. So where do they expect these folks to go? Where do you go from Section 8? How do you rebuild from Section 8? How do you begin to rebuild an economy that's not working for you at this time? Now, it's just like saying, like, okay, where do we go after Section 8? Where do we go after this? Well, I would look at it like this. Former Section 8 participants can start thinking about how you're going to get some financial stability in your life. Where can you work? Where can you get extra money? How can you get to a place where you can have enough money to begin to look for something else to rent? Start seeking other housing opportunities now. Start figuring out where it is that you're going to live after these 2 years is up. It's time to start focusing on that now. See if you can take your voucher and start going into a home ownership program and see if you can buy a home with that very same voucher that you have. You may be able to buy a home with that voucher. These vouchers that y'all have can do a lot of things, whether you know it or not. You can go and try to learn how to buy a house. See if you can use your voucher now to buy a house. Start learning these things now while you got this 2 years. See if you qualify. If not, seeing what you need to do to get yourself qualified to be able to buy a home. You may have that 2 years to be able to try to fix your credit so that you can be able to become a homeowner with that same voucher. And try to take it, set up a budget plan. That's another thing. Set up a budget plan. Figure out where your money's going. Figure out where the bulk of your money's going. What are you spending your money on? Where can you cut back? Where can you begin to save? And then start talking to HUD and different places about getting some homeownership counseling. These are things that you need to really be doing right now while you're in the midst of this 2 year situation and trying to figure out how you can get your coins up in the midst of all of this. But talking to somebody is the first thing. Finding out what your credit looks like. Find out exactly what you need to fix your credit. Start from the smallest bill on your credit and work your way up. These are things that I did when I was going through this situation. Work your way up to the point where you will be able to rebuild yourself. Coming out of a marriage, I had to do the same thing. Even if I wasn't on Section 8, I still had to do the same thing. I have lived on Section 8 before. I have been on Section 8 before, so I know how Section 8 program works. But you got to be able to put in that work. And 2 years is not a long time. 2 years is not a long time, especially if you've been sitting there and you've been comfortable sitting there for years and years and years and years. Then it's time for you to get up and make a move. It's time for you to begin to figure out exactly how you can talk to someone within the Section 8 program about how you can better your situation and what you need to be doing to be able to help yourself so that 2 years come, you won't just be sitting there not asking no question, not seeking no information, not seeking no employment. You will be able to be making moves, and they will see that you're making moves towards where you need to go. And who knows, because you're making moves and you may be in a position that they may hold you for a little bit while you're trying to get on into your own home or go into home ownership. But if you do not try and don't apply yourself, you will be one of the ones that end up on the street with nowhere to go. 2026, this is what's getting ready to happen. Going into 2026, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be changing, and that is one of them. That is one of them. From what I'm hearing, from what I'm seeing, from what I've heard on the news, from what I've seen on social media, that 2026, this is the plan, and that's what's getting ready to go into action for the Section 8 program to be able to only use the Section 8 program for the elderly and for the disabled. For the elderly and for the disabled. But able-bodied people will only have 2 years, and they will have to get up off the program, meaning their vouchers, I guess their vouchers will be turned in, or they would no longer pay for them. So if this is the case, and we know this has happened, leave now. It's time to leave now. Not physically. When I say leave now, I know you may not can physically pack up and leave tomorrow, but leave it, have it in your mind that I'm already leaving here. I'm going to be leaving here, and because I'm going to leave this place, I'm going to prepare myself to go to the next place. I'm going to already figure out, and if it's so, once you start thinking about it, and once you start putting it into action, you may be able to leave now. You may not have to wait till that 2 years for somebody to come and put you out. You may not have to sit there that long and wait for things to happen. I mean, we live in a time now where it's a game of everybody for themselves. You do. It's just called a thing. You got to focus. Your free ride is over. You got to get up and you got to begin to operate like a regular grown adult, like a grown adult. They want you to be out there being self-sufficient, taking care of yourself like all the rest of us. And it is rough out here. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. It is hard out here when you got to fend for yourself and you got to pay your own bills. But I've been doing it for so many years now until it's like second nature to me. And like I said, you got to work your way up out of that situation, and nobody's really going to tell you exactly how to do it. They just going to sit there and wait to put you up out of there. So I'm telling you now how to do it. How to do it is to begin to get up and use the resources that you have at hand. Those places that you can go, that you can sit and talk to people right there within the HUD housing development, and within your offices right there at your Section 8 office. They can easily guide you to the proper places and through the proper steps to be able to rebuild your situation. It's just a matter of pulling your credit and see where you've fallen short. And once you begin to know that and stop running from your credit rating, stop running from the responsibility of knowing what your credit looks like, and if there's bills on there that you need to pay, it's time to start paying them. It's time to start from the bottom and work your way up, and that means you may have to make some sacrifices. You may not be able to buy a lot of things that you want. I remember eating cans of corn a lot of nights when I was rebuilding my credit after coming out of a bad marriage. It took a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of years, and then it began to be like I started seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So you got to continue and you got to be consistent in working on it. You got to be diligent and continue to keep working on that credit report and make sure that credit report is clean so that you will be able to buy a house, because you cannot go buy a house with bad credit. You just got to make sure that credit is clean. And I'm thinking now, I don't think you have to have really, I think that credit score probably have to be in the high 600s or 700s now. I think they even being a little lenient with that. I'm not sure. Y'all check it out. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, you got to get in a place where you're ready to fix your credit and to be able to put your name back in the proper perspective, because I learned that your name is everything. It is truly everything. When you're trying to buy something, that credit report is everything, because they check your credit for everything. Even if you buy a car, you buy a house, no matter what you're doing, they check that credit to see exactly what that credit look like. Car insurance, everything, they checking your credit. Anything you go get, anything you go to buy, anything that you go to finance, they checking your credit. They want to know that that credit is in order. So you got to continue to keep working on that credit. Even while you're in the Section 8 housing, you got to figure out a way to take some of them pennies and put on that credit report until you get that credit report looking to the point where it's acceptable and respectable for when you go out there and try to buy something. 2 years is not a long time. 2 years is not a long time. And the sad part about that is within that 2 years that you're there, if you go make any more money, extra money, they may raise the rent rate while you're there and take that away from you. So that's why I say leave now. That's why I'm saying leave now. Prepare yourself to leave now, because if you continue to settle on the Section 8 program and you start making extra money, you start making more money, it's not like they're going to let you sit right there and stack your coins up, because they figure you should have been doing that the whole time you was there anyway. But if you report the money that you're making, so you might as well go ahead and get yourself a good job and leave now. Get yourself a job and go and leave now. Go and leave now. Go and leave now, because that's the only way you're going to be able to make it. Section 8 is not designed for you to just sit on Section 8 and sit there for years and years and years. It was never designed like that. It just happened that people were able to slip through the cracks and sit there like that. So therefore, it made it look to people that this is the way it was supposed to be, but this is not the way it's supposed to have been from the beginning. It's not the way it was supposed to be. And so before, I just know that there's a whole lot of people with children. I just don't want to see you end up in the street. I don't want to see you out there in the street. I don't want to see you out there with nowhere to go. I don't want you to hear you say nobody didn't tell you. I didn't want you to see nobody didn't do no video that in a way that I can understand it. So this is just as simple as it could be. Get out now. Leave now. Leave now. Start preparing yourself. Start working towards what you need to do, because 2026 is right around the corner. We are already into the 8th month of this year. 8th month of 2025. And I mean, these months are rolling on through here. You know why they're rolling? Because so many things have happened. So many laws have been put into place, and so many things have changed the way we live to the point where it seems like it's just going in I mean, it's just speed. Everything is at high speed. It's just at high speed. There's nothing slowing down. Everything is just going. I'm like, what in the world is going on? You know, this high speed is like having high speed internet. Our lives are in high speed as well. And that's because there's so many things that are draining the life out of us. And this is just another one that's going to be a big hit in 2026. It's going to be a big hit. It's going to hit the land real hard. As far as housing, eviction notices, people not finding places to live. It's hard to find places as it is on Section 8, let alone getting put out of Section 8 and getting put out of Section 8 and find that there's no place that you can rent because everything is over your head in rent. It's just going to be terrible. So that all it is doing is forcing the families back together, forcing you back into the house with the family. So it's better you leave now than start thinking about it now. It's better you leave now than prepare yourself for what is to come. Prepare yourself. Don't just sit there and wait until it happens. Get ready. Get ready. Section 8 budget cuts are coming. 2-year eviction notices are coming. Able-bodied people have to leave these units. It's coming. Which means there's going to be a lot of families on the street. It's coming. It's coming. Sad but true. It's going to be sad, but it's so true. So true. Because it's coming. So with that being said, I pray that you would leave now. I pray that you would be preparing yourself to leave. I pray that you would not wait until the last minute. You'll start figuring it out right now and start moving in such a way that it will give you a sense of stability in your life. Know that I will be keeping you in prayer as you go forward. Yes, you. I don't even know you. Don't even know who I'm speaking to, but I know this message is for somebody. Somebody under the sound of my voice already knows that they're going to be on that list. Already knows that they need to start moving. Already knows that they need to start preparation, start preparing, and start talking to people and start getting their life together so that they would be ready to get on up out of there before this eviction begins. Because once this begins, I can see it rolling out at 100 record high at a time, hundreds of people at a time. And because there's no mercy. They're having no mercy on us. They're having no mercy on us. So with that being said, I love y'all. You can do it, as hard as it is, but you can do it. You got the strength. You got the power. And it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. Section 8 evictions are coming. Y'all be blessed. And if and so you've been here this long, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're not subscribed, if and so you have not turned your notification bells on, please turn your notification bells on so you'll be notified when I drop my next video. Be blessed.